We only have a short time on this planet, and we should all be more concerned about our efficiency, so we can make the most of the time we have, and so we can spend this time reaching our potential and not repeating ourselves. There are two types of efficiencies that we should be striving to improve: efficiency of the mind and efficiency of the body. Both can be improved in our living room using something as simple as our cell phone on a tripod. So let's focus on the mind first. All human beings are creative and have an amazing capacity for innovative thought. As little kids, we were all extremely divergent thinkers, but as we got older, our minds became cluttered with information and ideas. As adults, we are constantly pulling a massive amount of information from our long-term memory into our short-term memory, trying to hold on to it, and then retrieving it over and over in order to share our thoughts and ideas. This is mentally exhausting and does not leave much cognitive energy for creativity or innovation. So let's consider how this affects a teacher. Now, a teacher constantly needs to pull a huge amount of information from their long-term memory every day in order to tell it to their students. Now, this process takes up the bulk of their cognitive energy, leaving very little for anything else. Energy which could be used to come up with new ways to engage or challenge their students. So it's no wonder that the teaching workforce reports that they are mentally exhausted at the end of the day. Each teacher is constantly retrieving a veritable encyclopedia of content in order to say it out loud, repeating the same content multiple times a day. Which brings us to efficiency of the body. Now, there's nothing more inefficient than repeating yourself. When we have high-definition video cameras on our phones, there is very little reason why we should be repeating our ideas or knowledge over and over to person after person. For instance, I woke up this morning with an idea, with this idea. Now, I don't want to spend the next 3 weeks having it cluttering my long and short-term memory, and I certainly don't want to spend the next 2 months repeating it to the handful of people who would be willing to listen to me ramble on about body and mind efficiency over a meal or at a party. Because in person, this concept would take me 30 minutes to explain. I record this because it is an efficient way of documenting my idea and sharing it with others in the way that I want to deliver it, so that I can easily watch it back, reflecting on it, learning from myself, but most importantly, so I can free my mind of it. This can apply to everyone, but especially to teachers. Not only do they report that they are mentally exhausted at the end of each day due to the inefficiency of the mind, but that they are physically exhausted from repeating themselves. Many times, giving the same 60-minute lecture 3 times a day, not realizing that that 60-minute lecture would be 10 minutes on video that they would never have to repeat again. Their students could just click play, which would free their minds for more creative and innovative tasks. This massive shift in efficient practice changes lives. I have seen it over and over. It has changed, no, it has helped define my life. Many people reach out to me and tell me that they are impressed with how creative and innovative I am. They say that I must have one of those creative minds. Well, I say that we all have the capacity for this type of creativity. But first, we must free our mind from clutter. We must record our unique encyclopedia of information and ideas so that our cognitive energy can be used to reach our potential.